So it was fun to have all that, and it was not so fun to watch everything go away, right? So when I had my what was the word? Oh, reinvention moment, opportunity, I guess is what we call it, where everything decided to go away for a little bit. Times are tough, and it changes the value of the dream. And suddenly, it's about choices, and it's about options, and it's about flexibility, and it's about lack of stress and pressure, and all those different things. And I remember sitting one night, and my boys were 3, 4 years old, and my 3-year-old was asleep. And I remember looking at him while he was sleeping in his bed, and I had tears streaming down my face because I felt like I had already let him down. My big dream wasn't all the stuff. My big dream was to be a hero to my kids and to be able to have what I needed to provide them, at that time I thought was money, to provide them anything they needed to achieve their goals. So in that moment, whether that's true or not, right, in that moment, I felt like an utter failure. I felt like a failure because I didn't even have an automobile. We were under, so I told you last night, over $25,000 a month in debt. More and more. It was an unbelievable mess. And I sat there looking at my son, and I was just apologizing to him in my sleep, as in his sleep. And I just thought, what did I just do? What did I just do? And I'm so sorry, buddy. I am so sorry. Now today I understand that none of that was true. That was Satan in my head. But at the moment I didn't know that. And I walked outside. It was a very dark night. I looked up at some of the stars and I started walking down around my cul-de-sac, just making laps. I don't know, maybe 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night. It's pretty late. And I got on my phone and I called one of the guys that had been an inspiration to me. Actually not affiliated with the business. But he was somebody who I had looked up to a lot. And I was calling for some support. I needed some help. And as I told him how I was feeling, and I told him I was trying to figure out, how can I get back up there, and how can I make something happen again, and how can I turn the ship around, because I'm just nosediving farther and farther down, and it's just despair, and it's just like I'm heartbroken, and I'm broken, and like every piece of mail is another subpoena, and every phone call is another bill collector, and my, I couldn't even think straight, and so I'm just like, I know what I need to do. I need to get the belief back up. I need to push the belief up. I need to see a better tomorrow. I need to picture that. I know I need to start dreaming again. I've got to start dreaming again. And it's such a struggle. I'm in so much pain. So I called this guy looking for some encouragement on my struggle to try to believe that one more time I can turn this around. And here's an exact quote that I heard through my phone. Well, man, maybe it's time you stop dreaming. He said, maybe it's time you stop dreaming. He said, why don't you face the facts? You got lucky once. And lightning doesn't strike twice. Do you know I've never told anybody that story? Anybody until just now. And I hung up the phone. I thought, maybe he's right. Maybe that was just a heck of a run. And I got some great stories and some incredible experiences. Maybe he's right. Am I kidding myself, man? And I should just try to settle in, blend in. Stop making so much ruckus. Forget that graph and drop it down and find some comfort, some sanity. I walked back in the house. I went back over to my son's bed. And I started to tell him while he was sleeping, your dad's going to settle down. Because he was just a little bit off kilter. And then I had this thought that just was so loud in my head. My little 3-year-old boy was just out the other day with his club, and he would say, Daddy, watch me. And he would hit that ball. And 5 minutes later, Daddy, watch me. And he would hit that ball. Daddy, watch me. And he would hit it again. And I just kept thinking about that. Daddy, dream, watch me, hit. Daddy, dream, watch me, hit. Daddy, dream, watch me, hit. And I started thinking, you know what? We are supposed to dream. We are supposed to hit. And we are supposed to be proud of ourselves. And I'm not going to stop dreaming. I am not going to stop dreaming. I will keep fighting for that dream. I'll pick up my club. And I'm going to swing it again and again and again and again until I make something happen. And so let me tell you what happened. I'm sorry. Like, this guy. I looked at my son, and while he slept, I said 2 words. I said, watch me. Watch me, buddy. Watch me. And that became my dream. My dream became the fact that I'm going to show my son, and now my daughter, that life can hit you and knock you down and just flatten you and take the wind out of you 100%. But you can pick up that ball, pick up that club, can look up to somebody you totally respect. You can say, watch me. And that's what I said to my son that night. You watch me.